What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we gonna talk about the cash money, honey. I want to share with you 7 easy ways that I save money on my groceries every single week. So if you do enjoy today's video or you find it helpful, please be sure to give it a like as well as subscribe to the channel, because in the coming weeks I do have some very helpful videos for you all. I will be going to the grocery stores that I shop at and be recording all of the healthy items that I get at these specific grocery stores. I sometimes get asked, Cindy, where is it that you bought all these healthy items from? Especially because I'm constantly posting on my Instagram account all the new finds that I come across. Or sometimes people will ask me, Cindy, what healthy items can we buy at Walmart, for example? And I do happen to shop at Walmart for some of my healthy items, so I definitely want to show you what it is that I get from Walmart. Plus, Walmart has really been leveling up their game lately, which makes me very excited. Now, if you are new to my channel or if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, I take more of a holistic approach to health and fitness. I really focus on the ingredient label and the quality of the food as opposed to what I used to do. I used to count my calories and I used to count my macros. However, just because something is low calorie or it fits your macros, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is going to be healthy for you. So the reason I pay attention to the ingredient label and the quality of the food is because I like to eat as natural as possible. I like to know what I'm putting into my body, and it's kind of nice to be able to pronounce the ingredients that are in my food nowadays. Plus, this is also how I was able to lose 35 pounds effortlessly. If you do follow me on Instagram, I have kind of been showing these comparison posts. These are a couple of them here on the side. But in these comparison posts, I talk about the food that I used to eat in comparison to the food that I eat now. And you can clearly see a difference in the ingredient label. Let me know down in the comments right now what it is that you look at in the packaging of your food in order to determine whether you are going to buy that specific item. So do you look at the ingredient label? Do you look at the calories, the macros? What is it on the packaging that makes you want to buy something? So I know that eating healthier sometimes may seem like it's going to cost an arm and a leg, but it doesn't have to. So let's go ahead and get started with today's tips. Tip number 1, pay attention to the weekly ads. This is super easy to do, you guys. Grocery stores will always have their flyers as soon as you walk into the store. So this is a perfect opportunity for you to grab the flyer, take a peek through it, and get some deals that are happening that day or throughout the week. If you do have the apps for the grocery stores that you shop at, this is also an area where you can find the weekly ad before you even go to the grocery store. So I have apps for Whole Foods, Fresh Time, Target. These are just a couple of other stores that I grocery shop at. But if you don't have the apps or you forgot to grab the flyer when you were at the grocery store, you can just go on Google the grocery store that you're planning to do your grocery shopping at and access the weekly ad via your computer or your phone. I just really love looking at the weekly ads because obviously there's a bunch of deals that you can take advantage of by looking at these types of things, but I like to mainly use the weekly ads to get inspiration and make my meal preps based around the items that are on sale. Let me just give you an example. So I'll be looking at my apps and I will see that Whole Foods has a sale on wild caught salmon. More than likely, I'm gonna go to Whole Foods, buy that wild caught salmon, and have that as a meal prep idea for this upcoming week. I know that meal prepping can seem a little bit, overwhelming sometimes. You might not know what to make, but if you go to the weekly ads and you take the time to look through them, you can not only find meal prep ideas by looking at these ads, but you can save some money at the same time. The other thing I like about weekly ads and you paying attention to them is that some stores will have overlapping ads, meaning that you can take advantage of the deals that happened last week and the deals that are starting this week. There's a store near me called Fresh Time that does this thing called Double Ad Wednesday. So if I go grocery shopping on Wednesday, I know that I'm gonna be able to take advantage of the deals that happened last week and the deals that just started. So be on the lookout for any grocery stores that do this in your area. There is also another store near me called Hy-Vee. I'm not quite sure how many of you are from the Midwest, but there's a store called Hy-Vee near me that also does this thing called Wellness Wednesdays. So if I go grocery shopping on Wednesday, I can take advantage of a discount and get healthy items on sale. Now, I don't do all my grocery shopping at Hy-Vee just because this store in particular is a little bit higher priced in comparison to all the other grocery stores that I shop at, but I do love me my dark chocolate. So I get my dark chocolate from Hy-Vee, and on Wednesday is a perfect day for me to stock up if I am low on dark chocolate. Tip number 2, I kind of briefly touched on this in the first tip, but that is to download the grocery store apps. If you don't have these grocery store apps downloaded on your phone, what are you doing with your life? Because you're more than likely missing out on some major savings. Sometimes you even get deals right off the bat by signing up with the app and downloading it onto your phone. I know that there was a grocery store that I signed up with their app just recently, and I got $10 off a $50 purchase of groceries just by downloading their app. And it's funny because there's even some stores that I never pictured myself grocery shopping at, and now I'm literally there every single weekend, aka Whole Foods. I'm always there. But to be honest with you guys, I used to think that I'd never be able to shop at Whole Foods. I always thought Whole Foods meant whole paycheck. I think I heard that on a podcast one time and I thought it was funny. But Whole Foods does not mean whole paycheck, and I used to think that only people who made a lot of money were able to shop at this specific store. However, ever since Amazon bought Whole Foods, and if you're a Prime member, the savings are awesome, you guys. I just recently talked about one of their deals on my Instagram. So basically, if you are a Prime member and you spend $10 at Whole Foods, you will get $10 to use on Prime Day. Hello? Yes, I will take that savings. And to be honest, I feel like everyone is a Prime member nowadays. So if you have a Whole Foods near you, I would definitely take advantage of that deal that's going on right now. Moving on to tip number 3, and that is to shop around for the best deals. I never buy all of my healthy groceries at a single store because I know that this specific store is going to have a better deal in comparison to this specific store. This obviously comes with practice, but once you start shopping around at different stores, I know that it might seem a little time consuming, but at the end of the day, it is going to be to your best advantage to do this. So once you shop around, you'll start to mentally see how much an item costs at this store versus this store. So I encourage all of you to explore your area in order to be able to get the best savings. Another way that I like to save money on my groceries every single week is by making a list. That way I don't get sidetracked and I know exactly what it is that I need to buy at the grocery store in order to be successful with my meal preps that are coming up the following week. If I don't make a list, I know that I will forget something at the grocery store, and then that causes an inconvenience on my part because I have to go back to the grocery store to buy whatever it is that I forgot to buy. And it just makes it a little bit more difficult for me. Or I'll do the complete opposite, and instead of forgetting something at the store, I will overbuy and I will overspend. If any of you guys do need any ideas when it comes to healthy meal prep ideas, I have done 2 what I eat in a day type videos here on my channel. You can kind of see them on the sides here, but in those videos I talk about what I eat in a day, and then I also do healthy snack ideas that include sweet, savory, and grab and go type snacks. I can leave those down below if you do want to check those out as well. Tip number 5 sounds like a no-brainer, but don't go grocery shopping when you are hungry. Either eat beforehand or take some snacks with you to the grocery store if need be. You see, what happens is when you wait really long periods of time in between your meals or your snack times, your blood sugar levels drop. And when your blood sugar levels drop, in some people it creates a lot of anxiety, and all of a sudden you start craving everything in sight, especially carb heavy processed foods, because your body's main source of fuel is carbohydrates. So at this point, your body's like, I'm in survival mode, I just need to eat because I'm already hangry. get me some food as soon as possible. So can you just imagine going to the grocery store, being hungry? You're probably gonna find yourself craving chips, cookies, bread, a lot of carb-heavy processed foods. I have talked a little bit more in depth about blood sugar as well, if that is a new term for you. I talked about it in this video here, and in that video I talked about how I reduced my stress and my anxiety levels, and the very first point is how I manage my blood sugar in order to keep my anxiety levels a bit lower. Tip number 6 is to drink water only. Now, I know some people out there might be thinking, I just don't like the taste of plain water, Cindy. What is it that I can do? So in that case, put some lemon in your water, or cut up some fruit that you like and put it into your water. That is going to make it a bit tastier. It's just that things such as juice, pop, sports drinks, all of those things can start to add up. And if you're wondering how much water you should drink in a day, take your weight and divide it in half. That is how much fluid ounces you should be drinking at least in a day. So for example, let's say you weigh 150 pounds, you should at least be drinking 75 fluid ounces per day. Another tip is to buy in bulk. Now this is obviously very beneficial for those of you who have a family, but shopping at places like Costco, Sam's Club, or any other bulk store near you is definitely going to save a lot of money for you and your family. I don't do that much shopping at these bulk stores, but when I do, I buy things such as paper towels, toilet paper, and I have seen some awesome healthy options for some grass-fed beef, organic salad, and some almond flour at my locations. And as a bonus tip on how you can save money on groceries, cut up your own fruit, cut up your own veggies, cut your chicken breast into tender sized pieces if you are craving chicken tenders, for example, and shred your own cheese if you can tolerate dairy. Now, the reason why I say to do this all yourself is because you are paying extra for the convenience of these things to be pre-cut or pre-chopped. And sometimes there can be additional preservatives be put into these items, especially the cheese, and these preservatives might not be so healthy for us. Now, in the description, I will link an article that talks about the dirty dozen. I know sometimes we might be wondering what items we should buy organic or not. This list indicates what items you should buy organic if possible. And if you have any additional ways that you like to save money, please comment them down below. That way we can all help each other out. On the side here, I'll put my what I eat in a day type videos, along with other videos that might be helpful for you guys to watch. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys next Thursday. Bye, guys.